Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone and welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today is another story time. So before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give your girl a thumbs up and comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on all my social medias, Instagram at Vivalayoshii, TikTok and Twitter at LifeWithSymone. Don't mind my nails, I'm biting them off. Alright y'all, so yeah, I'm back. I was MIA, but not because of like a bad thing or like anything like that, y'all. I was out of town. And I forgot to, well, I didn't forget. I didn't have enough time to pre-record. I was like, put yourself first, because that'd be my problem. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So, y'all, I don't know what this is titled at all. So, I can't say if you see by the title. But, yeah. So, anyway, this story is about the time when I was just on some dating. I want to date around. Let me just explore and all this other stuff. And it just went left. So, for some reason, when I start talking to somebody, I just start on my end exclusively dating them. Like we don't even make that clear that's what we doing. I don't know why, but on my end that's just what I do and that's my problem and I need to, yeah. But at this point I was like, okay, I was always just, I don't know, like I was talking to this one guy or whatever. Things was cool. We was cool between us, but we never made that agreement that that's what we was doing. And it was still kind of early on and it just wasn't given at that time. So I was like, okay, I need to stop just trying to move too fast, because I already knew at that point I didn't want to be in a relationship or anything like that. So I'm like, I need to stop trying to move so fast. So I told myself, start dating other people. Like, you know, that could be the person that I really, really like, you know, but you could date other people. Like, don't, what is that? Put all your eggs in one basket or get more basket, get some new eggs. I don't know. But anyway, things was cool between us. But like I said, he never told me that he was dating other people, but it was just too soon. Like maybe the communication was bad and that probably was my problem back then, but I don't know. So I was just like, okay, let me just, you know, try to entertain other people so I don't just be like in my feelings too much about a situation that ain't even there yet. Like, you know, slow down, because I was moving too fast on my end. So anyway, I was like, I'm gonna start talking to other people. Y'all, this is what I just had in my head, and it's like, I don't know if somebody, the universe heard it and was just like, okay, boom, we're gonna send people your way, because for some reason I don't know, it wasn't given. So anyway, I went to this little event, like, well, it wasn't an event, it was like a little get together or whatever, and I'm not gonna give too much details, but it was a little get together that they was having at my auntie house or whatever. So I ended up going to that or whatever, and when I was there, it was a lot of people there, like a lot of people like from around or whatever like that. I'm trying so hard not to say too much, but it was a lot of people from like around areas, you know, a lot of people that I knew, like my cousins and them, they friends there, all that other stuff, right? So we there, everything is cool, we like chilling, everything's a good vibe. So when I was about to leave, I'm like, all right, y'all, I'm about to leave, I'm about to head out because it's cold, I'm tired, like I'm just ready to go, I gotta go to work in the morning. So one of my cousins and her homegirl was like, can you give us a ride home? So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. They don't really need no name. So they ended up hopping in the car with me, and when we was in the car, she was just like, girl, let's give him a name, let's just call him Tay. She was like, girl, Tay was watching you. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. Mind y'all, the boy Tay, I've seen him around, we've seen each other around, I've seen him on social media, but I don't know him. Like everybody else, like of the friends and the homies and stuff, like I kind of know them, like I'll speak to them, it's hi, get him a hug or whatever if I see them. But Tay, I didn't know him at all, like we didn't know each other. So she like, yeah, he was looking at you. She was like, he actually told me to give you his number, like so you could hit him up. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, you know, I'm like, for what? Like, you know, like, I'm just so confused. Like, why do he want to talk to me? So she like, yeah, he want to talk to you. She was like, girl, you should talk to Tay. Like, he got money, da-da-da-da. Like, she just talking about all this other stuff. So I'm like, I mean, he seemed cool or whatever, you know, but I'm not, like, really tripping too much about it. Like, you know, I'm like, all right, whatever. So she like, all right, you want me to give you his number? So I'm like, okay, like, you could give it to me. Mind you, I'm driving. So she's saying the number. I'm still just driving. I'm not writing it down or nothing. So the other girl in the back seat, her homegirl, we're gonna give the homegirl, we're just gonna call her the homegirl, it really don't even matter. So she was all like, girl, you're not even taking the number down, you better take Tay number down, because he want to talk to you, girl, he one of them, da 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 da. Like she's just talking, they just really pumping this ninja up. So I'm just like, all right, well, when I'm done driving, I'll take the number down, like, you know. So she like, girl, what, like, why are you being like that? He keep hitting me up, like she's like, he keep texting me talking about why she ain't call me yet. So I'm like, why he didn't just ask for my number and call me? Because for one, if he asking for my number, I'm not about to reach out to him and be like, hey, you asked for my number. No, it really would have just sat there if I would have took it down. So I'm like, just text me his number, I'll hit him up. So she's like, all right, I'm gonna text it to you. So she was like, you're not single, I mean, you're not in a relationship or nothing, right? So I'm like, no, I'm single. She was like, okay, I'm just making sure, you know, because Tay don't play that, like Tay don't play. So I'm like, is Tay in a relationship? Because last I heard he was. Like I said, I don't know him, but last I seen he was with somebody. So she like, oh no, like, you know, Tay, he just doing him. Like, they just pumping this man up. I'm just thinking like, all right, whatever, sell me to Tay if that's what y'all trying to do. But yeah. So I was like, yeah, text me his number. So again, she ended up like, did you hit him up yet? Mind you, bitch, we're in the car. You see I'm driving. I did not look at my phone not once. I never picked my phone up. So why do you keep asking me? They both is getting on my nerves about this nigga. So I'm like, no, you seen I never picked my phone. She's like, girl, he's getting on my nerves. Like, he keeps hitting me up, asking me why you ain't hit him up yet. I'm like, well, tell him I'm driving. So I'm like, at this point, I really don't even want to talk to him because now he's really getting on my nerves. Like, why are you so pressed? Like, what do you want to talk about? Like, what is it? Like, did he find out that I know the secret to Da Vinci's Code? Like, what the do he want with me? Like, why is he so pressed about me hitting him up right now? I am driving, sir. It is traffic. It's after work. It is like 5-ish, 6-ish, o'clock-ish. It's late. It's, you know, it be traffic. You gotta pay attention. People in LA can't fucking drive. Everybody thinks it's competition. They cutting you off. Like, I have to pay attention to this, okay? Because, yeah, insurance wasn't playing with me at that time. But anyway, so I'm like, yeah, tell him, like, chill out. So she like, all right, whatever. So I ended up dropping him off. When I dropped him off, I ended up leaving. Like, I'm trying to leave out the apartment complex. So I ended up calling her like, hey, girl, how do I get up out of here? Like, you know, this shit is like a maze. I'm confused. So she was like, oh, okay. So she telling me or whatever. So then she like, hold on real quick. Somebody calling me. So like, I'm like, all right. And I was kind of annoyed because she was giving me directions and I'm just like, oh my God, like, I don't know if I should have turned left, keep straight. Like, ain't no sign say exit. So I'm kind of driving slow as hell, y'all. People in the apartments is getting annoyed, but now I'm following behind them because I'm like, you know what? I don't follow behind somebody and end up following them to their damn house. But anyway, she had me on hold and yeah, so she ended up coming back probably like 2 minutes. But you know, when you need somebody to do something or to talk about something, that 2 minutes seemed like forever. So she ended up coming back and she was just like, girl, oh my God, like, I'm about to get so annoyed with you. So I'm like, what? Like, it's not my fault. I don't know how to get out of this fucking apartment complex. Like, I ain't never been here. So she like, no, that nigga Tay is about to get on my nerves now. I'm like, what happened now? So she like, girl, he's like, why she ain't called me? So I'm like, bro, give him my number. I'm like, you could give him my number, tell him to call me because at this point he's been annoying. I'm trying to get out these apartments. I'm trying to go home. I wasn't gonna hit him probably ever, but I'm like, I wasn't finna hit him no time soon. Like, what's up with him? She was like, girl, yes, he's talking about some, do you want to go out to eat? So I'm like, well, just give him my number. Like, when is he trying to go out to eat? She's like, he's trying to go out to eat right now. So I'm like, girl, I don't know. She was like, well, because if you want, like, I could go with y'all or whatever like that. Like, if you want, like, we could come or whatever. If you don't want to go, like, I'll let him know or whatever. So I'm like, just give him my number or whatever. If you want to go, like, whatever. But I got to go home. Like, I want to go change. I want to go do this and that because I had stuff to do. So she like, all right, I'm going to tell him. So then we hang up or whatever. And she ended up calling me back probably like 5 minutes later. At this point, I'm still irritated. So I'm like, what? She was like, I gave him your number. He said he gonna call you. She was like, but this motherfucking nigga said he don't want us to come to eat with y'all. Like, he just trying to go eat with you. And I was like, okay. So she like, yeah, girl, but go. Because he got money. Like, you need to talk to him. You need to talk to him. So just go. So I'm like, all right, whatever. She like, yeah, so he gonna call you in a minute. Like, I told him when I get off the phone with you, he told me to tell him when I hang up with you so he could call. And I'm just thinking like, bro, this nigga's already annoying. Which I should have paid attention to those red flags. Because, yeah. But anyway, so I'm like, all right. So I'm driving. Next thing you know, right when she hang up, he's thinking like, damn, was this nigga on three-way or something? Because how he know she hung up that fast for him to call? So I'm like, hello? He like, what's up with you? What's up with you? So I'm like, oh, nothing, just going home right now. He like, why you didn't hit my line? Like, you don't want to talk to me? So I'm like, because I'm driving. Like, I'm like, I will hit your line. Like, you know, I'm driving or whatever. So he like, okay, like, no, not like that. My bad. Like, I just really wanted to talk to you. Like, you're so beautiful. I always used to look at you, da-da-da-da-da, but da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, so long time ago, this is a little long story short. So he's long time ago, me and one of his friends used to talk. But mind you, this was like not a year or two ago. This was probably like 5-ish years ago. We never was in a relationship, nothing serious. But we did used to talk or whatever. And before anybody goes in the comments and be like, oh my God, you're a homie hopper. And it's like, I don't care. No, I'm just kidding. No, I really didn't. But at this point, I didn't. Like, we just talking. It's not like I was in a relationship. I could see if I was in a relationship with his friend, I wouldn't talk to him at all. It was never a relationship, whatever. Anyway. So he's like, yeah, he was like, and I remember you used to talk to such and such. He was like, so I didn't know if you want to talk to me or whatever like that. Mind y'all, clearly he does not care. He does not care. And I know people gonna be like, yeah, they don't be caring because they just want to pass around or something. I don't know what people gonna say. And I really don't care because I wasn't trying, mind y'all, like I said, I was just trying to entertain other people so I wouldn't be too much in my feelings about this one person and be getting on his damn nerves and run him off because I'm acting like he my man or something, you know. So it wasn't really that much. Let's just finish. So anyway, he was like, yes, I remember you used to talk to him, so I didn't know if you want to talk to me, da-da-da-da. He's like, but yeah, I always used to just think you was cute, but today I couldn't help it. Like, you know, and mind y'all, that same day, the friend that I used to talk to, he came up to me and was just like, hey, how you been? Give me a hug or whatever. All this other stuff. It was just like, oh, take my number down. Like, let's, like, how you been? Like, it was just really just stuff like that. It was nothing ever serious, but he did ask for my number, so I'm just like, I guess he must have seen and was like, nope, you ain't gonna take her back, bro. It's my turn. I don't know whose turn it was, but yeah. Anyway, so I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, you know, we just talking. So he was like, yeah, did your cousin tell you, like, did she tell you that I want to go eat? So I was like, oh yeah, she told me or whatever. She said you didn't want her to go. He's like, nah, like, I don't want them to go. He's like, it's not her, like, you know, like, that's your cousin, like, she fam, I love her or whatever. He was like, it's just her homegirl, like, I don't want her to go, like, you know, I know she at her house, so, you know, I don't want her to go, so da-da-da. So I'm like, oh, okay, like, you know, he's like, it's not like that, it's not like I hate her, but, like, you know, I just don't want her to go, like, I don't like being around her. So I'm like, okay, like, all right, whatever. So he like, so we gonna go eat? So I'm like, yeah, like, we could go eat or whatever. Where do you want to go eat at? So he was like, okay, what type of food do you like? So I'm just like, Mexican food, soul food. But you know, like, what soul food restaurant we finna go to that we go sit down and eat at? So I'm just like, it took me a minute to even start liking seafood like that. So really, it'd be Mexican food. So he's like, okay, I know this spot we could go to or whatever, and we could go. So I'm not gonna give too much details of where we was at though, but yeah. So he's like, I know this spot we could go to. He was like, so I'm like, all right. So he was all like, do you want me to pick you up or what? Like, cause I want to pick you up. Like, he really didn't even give me an option. So I'm like, no, I don't want you to pick me up because I don't like getting in the car with people because people be driving too crazy and I don't have time for that. They drive too crazy, I don't got time for that. Especially people who be thinking people was worried about them or watching them. They will drive the most craziest, and I don't have time for that, for you to be thinking like, oh, was that da 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 da? And you know, like, this is not Too Fast, Too Furious. Yeah, you could drive your own car and I'll meet you there. So I'm like, oh, I'll just meet you there, come out to go home and change. So he like, you look good today, like, you look good, you ain't gotta change. So I'm like, yeah, I actually do, it's cold, and I just want to go home and change, like, you know, I want to go home. So he like, okay. I'm like, yeah, and I just want to like freshen up a bit, like, you know, whatever. So he like, yeah, like, we just gonna go to, like, he told me the place he was going to. He was like, so I'm like, okay, cool, I ain't got to do too much, but I'm gonna put something else that's warm on. He's like, yeah, because you look cute, like, you look good today, like, I like the way you look, like, you look really good. So I'm like, okay, I'm still gonna change. Like, so he's like, all right, well, do you want me to meet you at your house? So I'm like, no, like, why would you come to my house when we going to a whole different way to go to the restaurant? So I'm like, no, we could just meet at the restaurant. So he was like, okay, like, you sure you don't want to meet at my house and get in a car? So I'm like, no, we can meet at the restaurant. Plus, I like to get in my own car because you never just know what people be on, which I'm happy because it's other stories. Yeah, but anyway, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just meet you there or whatever, right? So I finally get ready or whatever, y'all. I went home, my stomach was on 10 TMI, y'all, but I was doing the most before I went. Like, I knew I was supposed to go home and change and go because he was like asking me, like, right when I got home, he was like, how far do it say away? It was traffic. So I told him, like, it was 40 minutes away, but I told him 30. Like, I don't know why I did that, but I'm like this. He's like, okay, it's like 30 minutes for me. So I'm like, ooh, hopefully he's lying too. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you when I'm about to leave out, y'all. When I went home, I laid down, I started looking at that TV, my stomach started hurting, so I'm like, oop, gotta get this out. Like, you know, I'm just doing the most that I should have already just been ready. So he hit me up like, oh, you ready? Like, you want me to, should I leave right now? So I'm like, yeah, go ahead, leave, Rob. Like, go ahead, leave. So he said it was 30 minutes, right? I checked my GPS, it went from 40 to 50 minutes. I'm like, oh, hopefully it's traffic for him too. So y'all, why when I told him to leave, I didn't leave my house for until another good like 15 minutes. I did not leave. So I'm like, yeah. So when it got closer, y'all, when he finally get there, because he did not lie, like, he really was 30 minutes away, and I'm over here talking about I'm 30 minutes away, now I'm 50 minutes away, and I left 20 minutes later. I'm like, he hitting me up like, where you at? So I'm like, oh my god, there's so much traffic come from the 405. Oh my god, it was an accident. What the fuck? This accident is crazy. Ah! Now everybody screaming. Ah! I'm just like, you know, I'm just saying some dumb shit that ain't nothing to do with it. I'm just lying. Whole time I'm smooth riding through. It just was a long time. So he like, oh yeah, no rush, don't worry about it or whatever. He was all like, just let me know when you're close. I get us the table. He was like, but you know, I don't really got to do that. Mind y'all, this, let me just make this clear. This was on a Wednesday, so it was no need for him to go in there. So I'm like, yeah, no, don't even go do that, because it's not like it's Taco Tuesday and it's a Wednesday. It's not the weekend, so it's not about to be packed. So you're gonna be sitting in there waiting for me for a long ass time. So I didn't say all that, but I was just like, yeah, no, just wait till I pull up or whatever. So I ended up pulling up or whatever, right? Finally, and just so happened I parked by him. I'm like, fuck, but kind of know what type of car he was in, because when we was at the little thing where I seen him at, he was in a car and then he switched cars. Like, he do that a lot or whatever, I guess. I don't know, maybe he was trying to impress me. I really didn't give a fuck. But anyway, so yeah, I didn't know what type of car he was in, so I ended up parking next to him, and I was so annoyed because I'm over here just in my nose doing this the most. I look over, he got tint like fuck, and I be thinking, I thought my windows was tinted, but obviously they wasn't. So he ended up, he get out his car or whatever, and he just laughing. I ended up getting out the car too. He like, come here, booger nose. Like, and I'm just like, bitch. But anyway, so we talk or whatever. So we walking. Mind y'all, so where we went to go eat at, they had designer stores and stuff right there, right? So I had on this thin little coat, y'all. Me changing to get warm was me putting on some jeans and a thin coat, y'all. I had this thin little sweater on. He like, oh, you look cold, you look cold. He was like, you want to go up in there and I'll buy you like a jacket or something like that so you could be warm? Be fucking for real. Like, I don't know why people bother at this point. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know why people play too much, because it's like, bro, we walking past the Louis Vuitton store. You are not about to go in there and buy me no sweater. And I probably should have called his bluff and been like, okay, but I was just like, nah, it's cool, because I'm just laughing like, bro, you're insane. Mind y'all, he did have it like that, but you was not about to do that. Like, you probably would have been like, oh, well maybe I could cover you up. Like, it was just pointless for you. I don't know. I just hate guys who try to just throw their money out there. Like, it just irritates me bad. But anyway, neither here nor there. So he said that, and I'm just thinking like, oh, he's one of them. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. So we end up going inside the restaurant, y'all. We go in there. He was like, do you want to drink? I'm like, yeah. He was like, okay, I don't really drink like that, but I'll drink with you, right? He's like, yeah, I don't really drink like that. I'll drink with like my boys be drinking, you know, because they drink. He's like, I don't even really do much of nothing. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't pop pills, I don't do anything. But like, if my boys is popping, like, what's that people be drinking? Ace of Spades. Nigga, I'm just like, he's one of them. Because, bro, what do you mean? What is that people be drinking Ace of Spades? Who the fuck you know just be big popping Ace of Spades bottles every weekend? So he's like, yeah, that's when I'll drink like stuff like that. Like, or you know, like, what does they be drinking? He just naming some exclusive, expensive ass shit that he know that people just don't be drinking on a regular. So he like, yeah, like when they pop that open, or if they be like, bro, drink, I'll be like, okay, I'll take a shot. He's like, so I don't really know too much about nothing like that. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So when the guy come over there, he was like, okay, y'all want to get a shot? I'm like, yeah. He was like, what do y'all want a shot of? So I'm like, just some tequila, like, you know. So he was all like, okay, like, doesn't matter. And I'm just like, so then I was all like, yeah, I guess. So the guy was like, okay, like, he's just naming off some stuff, and I'm just like picking like something that sounds familiar. I forgot which one I picked, but he's naming off like just like the basics or whatever. I forgot which one that I had picked. And when the guy's like, okay, I'll bring 2 shots of this, and he gonna say, no sir, no, could we get 2 shots of Casamigos and make it the Desperado? And I'm just sitting here like, I thought you didn't know. I thought all you knew was Ace of Spades. Like, I didn't know you knew nothing about nothing else. So I mean, whatever. Yeah, and this is why I was just like that too, because when I tell you we took so many shots, like we was drinking so many shots, like 4-5 shots. I'm just kidding, but no, for real, we did have like 4-5 shots. But anyway, so we talking, we vibing. It is a vibe. We vibing, we eating our food, y'all. He's one of them people where it's like, oh my god, you put 3 olives when I wanted 4, send it back. And I was just like, But besides that, we just vibing, like we talking, we having a good conversation. What was a red flag? But when I start drinking more, first I be like casually talking to people. It'd be like, you know, cool, whatever. But when I start drinking more, I start getting like a motor mouth. Like, I talk too damn much. Sometimes I say stuff and I be sitting there like, why the fuck would I say that? Like, not because I feel like I said some stupid shit, but because I done said some shit and it's like, bitch, shut up, you talking too damn much. Like, don't put people in your business like that. So I'm just talking. I'm just talking. So he ended up bringing up my cousin. So he's like, oh yeah, like, I'm so proud of her. Like, she really been doing her thing. Like, that's really like a little sister to me. Da 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 da. So I'm like, yeah, I'm proud of her. Like, you know, she on her shit. Like, da da da. We just talking. So he's like, but her homegirl, oh my God, like, she need to just drop her. She need to drop her. So me, like I said, I was taking the shots. I'm like, no, for real. And then I'll sit there like, fuck, why did I just say that? But he like, yeah, she need to drop her because her ass is like dead weight. She don't want to do shit. That bitch is a bum. And I'm just like, and I'll be like, fuck, Symone, shut up. Like, why are you talking so much? So he like, yeah, she just like, you know, she don't want to do nothing with, like, what's up with her? That bitch is just broke. Like, what's up with her? And I'm like, I don't know what's up with her. So he like, yeah, she just like I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. Everybody be trying to help her put her on the shit, because, you know, she like fam too, like, but she just went left in life. She won't handouts. She don't want to do nothing. She don't want to work for it. She don't want to do nothing. Like, we be trying to help her. You know, she just rather not have no money. Like, you see she staying at your cousin's house, and I'm like, she is staying over there. I don't see what she doing with her money. Like, she got a job? What's she doing? She got a job. She got a job. I'm like, she has a job. He like, what is she doing with her money? I said, shit, I don't fucking know. Probably smoking hookah. Like, you know, we just dying laughing. And I'm sitting here like, bitch, Symone, what? Chill out. Chill out. But I just couldn't stop. He's talking, we talking. Then it was like, you know, good little laughs or whatever, right? So eventually he's like, hold on, I gotta take this call real quick while we was talking. So he get on the phone, he like, hello? Mind you, when he get on the phone, he put his hoodie on his head. Don't know why. So he get on the phone, he like, hello? He on the phone, he like, yeah, I got it. It's in my car. Oh, no. It's in my pocket. Yeah. No. You can come pick it up right now. Oh, okay, you need money for her? Oh, okay, yeah. I got you. Just come pick it up. Yeah, no. You already know. Okay, yeah. I'm here. I'm at such and such. And he was like, yeah, just come get it. So he was like, what? Why are you worried about all that? Just come get the money. You want the money for my daughter, right? Just come get the money. So I'm sitting here like, he better have his baby mama come pull up on us. So I'm just sitting here like eating my beans, like. So anyway, so he finally got off the phone. He was just like looking at me smiling, and I was like, who is that, y'all? Because yeah, the liquor done kicked in and all that. So I'm like, who is that? So he was like, oh, that's my baby mama, because she needs some money for something. I forgot what he said. She needed money for something, I don't know, but he was like, yeah, so I was supposed to drop it off to her, but we having such a good time, I'm not about to end our date. He's like, so I just told her to come get it. So I'm sitting here like, mind y'all, when I had asked if he was single, the person that I last seen him with was his baby mama. So and this was probably like, I seen him, mind you, I don't follow him, like, but I'm the type of person, I don't know why, like, if I know people and sometimes some people tag them, I'll just go to their page and just look like, and go off of it. So, my job, the last time I seen him with her was most definitely within that year. It wasn't probably like a month or two before, but it was that year. So anyway, so he like, yeah, no, it's cool. I'll just have her pull up. She's in the area or whatever like that. So it's straight. Don't worry about it. So I'm like, okay. So when she finally called back, I guess saying that she was there, I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, because y'all, like I said, at one point in my life, drama was me. It would be like, drama, yay, like I loved it. But you know, at this point in my life, I was just like, no. So I was like, oh, I'm about to go to the bathroom. So he started laughing, and I ended up going to the bathroom or whatever. So when I'm coming back from the bathroom, I stayed there for a cool little minute or whatever, because I didn't know if she was gonna come inside of there or what the case may be, because, you know, like, especially I just didn't know, because I don't know. I don't know, right? So I ended up coming back. When I finally came out the bathroom, he wasn't there. But like, the closer I got to the table, he ended up walking up to the table too. So I ended up sitting back down, and he was like, why'd you go running high? She wasn't finna come up in here. Like, that bitch was not finna come in here. And I'm just thinking like, why did you just call her that? But he was like, yeah, she was not finna come in here. And I was like, oh, okay. But he's laughing and saying it. He's not saying it like with aggression or whatever. So he's laughing. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, no, I just don't got time for that or whatever like that. So he like, yeah, no, you good. She was not finna come up in here or whatever. Like, I just have to give her my money for my kid. Like, you know, like, we good. So I'm like, so he's like, so you single? Like, he just asked me out of the blue if I'm single. So I'm like, yeah, I'm single. I'm like, if I wasn't single, I wouldn't be here. So I'm like, are you single? So he started laughing, and he was just like, yeah, I'm single or whatever. Like, just co-parenting, you know, like, we got a good co-parenting situation going on, you know. It's just cool, you know. Whenever she need me for my daughter, like, I'm there for her. It doesn't matter any time of the day or night. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I like that, that's cool, you know. Like, I like when men are fathers. Like, I'm not that woman who's gonna say I don't date men with kids, because a man with no kids could still dog you out. It really does not matter if the man got kids or not. As long as ain't no baby mama drama, then we good. But, you know, I like to hear that if you a father and you a good father, it's kind of a turn on. God be like, ooh, if you have my baby, you're gonna be a good good daddy too, you know, like if you have my baby. If I am I drunk right now? It'd be like, if I have your kid, you would be a good father, you know, just noted in my head, noted, you know. But yeah, so anyway, so we just talking whatever, so we go back to just laughing and stuff like that. I start getting so drunk, and I'm like, he like, one more shot. So I was like, nah, you know what, that's a sign it's time for me to go. Like, I do gotta go to work in the morning. It's just a wrap. So he's like, all right, like, oh, I was having so much fun with you, but all right, I understand, like, it's, you know, you gotta work in the morning or whatever like that, and I gotta handle shit. Like, he didn't have, that doesn't matter. So he's like, I gotta handle stuff. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So we end up, he paid or whatever, and we left. We go to the car. He give me a hug. He's like, all right, I'm gonna see you later. I'm like, all right, just hit me. Peace out. So anyway, I end up leaving, right? Y'all, when I left, he's texting me like, okay, let me know you got home safe. You know, I'm doing the same or whatever. He's like, yeah, I had so much fun with you. Like, you're really down to earth. You're real cool. Da 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 da. Like, we gotta hang out again. Like, we gotta hang out again. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, just let me know. Like, we can hang out whenever. You know, just let me know. So he's like, what about tomorrow? What about no? The fuck? So I'm just like, oh, tomorrow's not gonna work. Like, that's not gonna work for me. So he's like, why? Like, what's up? What's wrong with tomorrow? So I'm like, it's Thursday. He like, what's so? Like, what time you get off work? So I'm like, that really doesn't even matter what time I get off work, but I don't want to hang out tomorrow because I just hung out with you today. Like, you know, that's my problem. Like, don't be too available for people. He's like, I'm already trying to slow down a little bit with this person because I don't want to be doing too much, but then I'm be doing the most with you. Like, no. Mm-mm. So I'm like, nah, it's just tomorrow ain't gonna work out. So he like, all right, dang, all right, well, this weekend. So I'm like, all right, cool. He like, yes, this other place I want to take you to. Like, you know, I want to see, like, us get both dressed up on some fly shit and we could go or whatever. So I'm like, all right, whatever, right? So y'all, Thursday come and I took some pictures or whatever. Y'all, I don't want to give too much of these timelines, but anyway, I took some pictures. I posted them on Instagram. The pictures was cute. Fire pictures, cute, whatever. They was cute. So when I posted these pictures, he's already hitting me up like, oh, I want to see you, da-da-da. Boy, I said no. But this is where this other person come in to play. He slides in my DM. Let's get this person a name. I haven't did story times about him yet, but it's a lot to come. What are we gonna name? Let's name him Johnny. I don't know why, but let's just name him Johnny. So anyway, this boy slid in my DM named Johnny or whatever. So Johnny ended up hitting me up and was like, hey, like, oh, you look good or whatever. He replied to my story of my picture. So Johnny and me used to talk back in the day, like back in the day. Like, we talked when I was like, oh, and there's some stories. We used to talk when I was like 18, 19-ish, one of those. He ended up going to jail, but he just had a lot going on. And when I tell the stories about him, it's gonna be like, girl, you should never talk to him in the first place. But you know, you just be doing stuff. But it wasn't. Anyway, so he ended up hitting me up. Mind y'all, since then he went to jail, he ended up getting out. We hung out. It will always be like this. Like, when we talked to each other back then, we talked to each other. It was like, you know, consistent. But then we stopped. It's like he'll always come back around, and then it'll be like we'll hang out once, and then that'll just be it. And then like a year go by, and it'll be like we hang out once, and that'll be it. Like, it literally is like a routine with us. So he ended up hitting me up, and I'm like, oops, about that time. So he ended up hitting me up and just was like, you know, talking like, how you been, whatever, right? I'm like, good, you know, we just talking or whatever. So he's like, yeah, like, I want to see you, like, it's been a minute. So I'm like, all right, like, you know, just hit me, just let me know. Mind y'all, I be saying that to people and I don't have intentions on seeing them. And he was just like, yeah, like, I know we older now, so I ain't even gonna say like I want to pull up on you. He was like, I want to take you out on a date. So I'm like, oh, okay, like, all right. That's all you gotta say. You want to take me somewhere? Cool. So he was like, yeah, I want to take you out on a date this Sunday. Is that fine? And I was like, yeah. So he's like, okay, Sunday at 4 p.m. we going to Barton G. So I'm like, oh, you know, like, he planned it and all that. So I'm like, Sunday 4 p.m. Barton G, be there. I will be. So he like, all right, yeah. So we talking. He like, yeah, follow me back on Instagram. Mind y'all, I wasn't following Johnny because he does this weird shit. Well, we follow each other now, and I be having to go check like, Johnny, bitch, did you want to follow me? But anyway, he does this weird thing where he just randomly unfollows me. And you know what? Maybe it's because I was in a relationship or whatever. But even at one point when I wasn't, he still did that. And it'd be like, then he'll come back. After the like second time of him doing this, I'm not about to keep playing the follow back game with you. Because it's like, no. So he like followed me back. So I'm like, are you just going to unfollow me again? Like, LMAO. Like, he's just like, nah, I've been following you for a cool minute. You just ain't been following me back. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll follow you back. So he ended up giving me his number. After that, we didn't really talk. Like, mind y'all, this is like on that Thursday. We didn't really talk or whatever. So, oh boy, Tay ended up hitting me up. And yeah, since he was like trying to see me, so he like, can I see you tomorrow? So I'm like, all right, cool. Friday he could see me, y'all. I'm trying to like plan stuff out. I'm like, ooh, okay, now I'm juggling right now because the one that I really like, we having a date on Saturday, y'all, and then I was supposed to have a date with him on Sunday too. So I'm like, I was trying to figure it out. I'm like, okay, 4 p.m. I'm gonna be with Johnny, and by 7 I could go be with the one I like. And I'm just really trying to figure this out. Like, okay, let me get my schedule book together. So I'm like, okay, I could squeeze you in, Tay. I could squeeze you in on Friday. So he like, yeah, he want to see me or whatever, right? Right. So he like, I want to take you to this place, all this other stuff like that. He was like, got good food, whatever like that. Let's just go on some fly shit. You could get dressed up, whatever. Let's go like that. So he didn't tell me where we was going, which I really didn't care. But he told me to get dressed up, right? So Friday come along, I get dressed up, y'all. I got heels on, all the shit, right? I get dressed up. He hit me up. He asked me like, do I want him to come pick me up? So I'm like, nah. He like, all right, but you could ride with. I'm like, but I'll get in a car with you though. Like, I'll come to your house and park my car, but I don't want you to come to my house. Like, you know, you just don't want everybody knowing where you live at. So he like, all right, that's fine, whatever, right? So I pull up to his house or whatever, and this nigga is extra as fuck. Like, he was being too extra. He like, yeah, which car should we drive today? Like, which one you want to ride in today? Like, oh, you look good. I had the heels on. He hugged me like, oh, you smell good. Mind y'all, he said we could both get on some fly shit. He came outside with like some sweats on. I should have known. But then I'm thinking like, you know what? Sometimes I do be at restaurants and I would see a girl dressed really nice and a guy be having a Nike sweatsuit on for whatever reason, when it's like, I thought you said you were getting dressed. But anyway, so I'm thinking like maybe that's what he considered getting dressed. And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, did I overdress or something like that? He like, nah, you perfect. And I'm like, are you sure? Because I got sandals in my car. So he like, nah, you good. So he like, yeah, which one should we drive? So I'm like, I don't know what car you want to drive. Fuck, nigga, I don't really give a fuck. So he like, you ever been inside of a this? You ever been inside of a that? I'm like, I really honestly do not care what car, whichever one got the most gas in it. So we ain't got to stop at a gas station. Nigga, I don't fucking care. So he pick a car or whatever. We get in a car. Next thing you know, we're driving. So I'm like, where are we going? Like, you know, I start asking questions. So he's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. So my homie got this little thing right now, like this little thing. Dang, I don't want to say too much. Okay. So his homie did music. Okay, that's not saying too much. His homie did music, and he had a performance at a birthday party for a celebrity's child. Why am I saying this so slow? That was so weird to me. But anyway, his homie had a performance for a birthday party for a celebrity kid. Not gonna say if the person was a rapper, athlete, or whatever. I'm not gonna get into all of that. But he was performing at a birthday party, right? So he's telling me like, oh yeah, we finna go to such and such house. So I'm like, bitch, we going to such and such house? And he's like, yeah, we finna go to his house because my homeboy performing. He's like, he just, you know, want us to be there when he perform or whatever. He's like, but after that, we're gonna go to the dinner or whatever. We're gonna go on the date. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know, even though he said the person's kid, I don't know why I'm thinking like, okay, I'm still dressed for this occasion when clearly I wasn't. So we get to the house where we gotta go through so much. He gotta call him and tell him like, yeah, it's cool. Da, da, da. It's so much for us to get in because of course, like I said, we at a big celebrity, like somebody that's like, well, somebody that's on TV a lot that you see. But like we at this person's house or whatever. So it's a lot for us to even get inside the house. So mind y'all, we get to the house, and like I said, remember he had a friend that I used to like communicate with back in the day. He's there, awkward as hell. Mind y'all, I know a lot of these people though, but it was still just so awkward for me. Like it was so awkward because I don't know why, for some reason, like I literally just seen y'all earlier this week and y'all was speaking to me. For some reason, nobody spoke to me at all. So I just felt so like, okay, because they probably was feeling some type of way, because when they seen me with him, they was really looking like, what the fuck she doing with Tay? Like, it really was really giving that look like, the fuck? Like, you know, and I don't know, I felt uncomfortable because I'm like, I'm about to speak to them. Mind y'all, I literally just seen y'all on Wednesday and y'all spoke to me, but I'm about to speak to y'all ain't speak to me, and y'all give me this weird ass look like y'all's annoyed. So the boy that I used to be cool with, he ended up telling Tay like, come here real quick. So Tay go over there, he talking to him. Next thing you know, I see them peeping, like looking back at me. So I'm just on my phone because for one, I'm already feeling like because I'm over here with heels on looking stupid as shit at this kid's birthday party. And yeah, but mind y'all, it was nighttime though. But it was a high school party. It wasn't giving that. So I'm already feeling like, oh my God, I look so dumb. Like I'm out of place or whatever. So, and at the same time, like I'm not trying to be like, so I'm just in my phone. Like I just didn't want to do too much because I was just, I didn't know what to do. Like I was just so uncomfortable. So we standing there with all of them or whatever like that. So he was all like, oh, he ended up coming back over there to me. He was like, you good? So I'm like, yeah, I'm good or whatever. So then he was like, all right. So then everybody went to like this area where they was sitting at, like the boy that was performing and his friends before he performed or whatever, like where they was sitting at, like chilling at or whatever. So everybody went over there. So we go over there and Tay, he pulled me like a little bit over more. We go sit like kind of off by ourselves. So we just talking a whole bunch of stuff like that. And I'm just like, that's so weird. Like, I'm happy that we didn't sit by them, but it was just weird that it was like that we wasn't sitting by them, because it's like clearly somebody must have said something because or whatever. But like I said, I really didn't care. So I mean, I did care. I just was uncomfortable. But anyway, so we talking or whatever. After the friend performed, we end up leaving. So when we leaving out, I'm thinking he gonna say something to me about it, mind you. Anyway, I'm thinking he gonna say something. So he didn't say nothing. So I ended up saying something. I was just like, yeah, that was cool. Like, how he get this gig or whatever. So he like, yeah, he blowing up. Like, you know, you be seeing him. He be doing a lot of shows and opening, be on tour and shit. So I'm like, yeah, I've been seeing him like he doing cool or whatever. Mind y'all, back in the day, the friend that performed, no, we didn't talk back in the day, but we had some DMs. Like, they still pretty much there. But it never went past DMs. We never texted. We never hung out. You know, it was nothing. So I just know. I know for a fact. They probably was having a field day. Like, bro, Tay over here, what the you used to talk to, I was DMing. You tried to talk to her. I just know. Like I said. Yeah, but anyway, we get in the car. So he like, why you didn't speak to them? Like, why you didn't say that to them? So I'm like, because they was looking all crazy. They ain't saying nothing to me. So I'm like, what was he talking about? So he was like, nothing. He was just asking like, bro, this is funny. Like, where'd y'all come from? Like, how did this happen? I just told him like, oh yeah, like, you know, I just, we hanging out or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay, right? So we end up leaving. We go to the restaurant or whatever. Nice restaurant. I'm finally feeling like I'm in, like, you know, the type of vibe. But the crazy part to me about it is that I feel like he should have just told me that we was going there, because the restaurant we went to was not, it was in the same city, which was way far out. It was, yeah, way far out from anywhere in LA, because like I said, we was in the city of the person whose house we was at in the restaurant. So you knew we was going to this. Why you just didn't tell me? Why didn't you tell me? Because most definitely I probably would have said I didn't want to go. Like, honestly, even though it was like cool, like, it wasn't cool. Like, that's not like I was recording anything, because at the same time, we got a lot of mutual followers and you recording stuff. And then how that would have looked, because it would have been like, and mind y'all, okay, the one that I used to be cool with back in the day, he has a girlfriend. And like, I'm not saying I don't know, but you know, people be putting, you know, I just didn't want to record, because it would have been like, oh, who's she there with? Like, you know, like how you get there. Like, it wouldn't have been no way I would have been at this damn party, because how would I have been there besides me being there with one of them? Like, it just wouldn't make no sense. So I wasn't recording anything, and plus I just wasn't. Yeah, but anyway, so yeah. So anyway, we go to the restaurant, we talking, we just vibing, we taking back shots again. Mind y'all, he ordering different type of alcohol. I thought this nigga don't drink. We talking. He brings up my cousin homegirl again. It's like, he want to make her the butt of the joke. And at this point, I was like, nah, like, you know, I'm not finna sit up and be talking about her. So I was just like, yeah, like, what's up? Like, why you I was like, maybe you should have a talk with her. Like, you know, you seem like you so butthurt that she went a different path in life. Like, you should have a talk with her or whatever. So he like, nah, like, I'm not worried about her. Like, I'm not worried about her. Nigga, I can't tell. You make it seem like, mind you, we had a conversation. We'd be able to talk about so much stuff. You're acting like this is the only thing that keeps our conversation going is talking about her. It's not. Like, so why do you keep bringing her up? Like, unless you like her or something. So I asked him, like, y'all ever used to, like, talk or something? He gonna say, you jealous? I said, no, what the fuck? Like, mind you, I'm like, no, I'm not jealous. It's just you keep bringing her up. Like, you know, he like, nah, I'm just bringing her up because, you know, it's funny. Like, it's just funny. So I'm like, oh, okay. Talking about poor people is funny. No, I'm just kidding. I ain't say that out loud. But in my head, I'm just thinking like, poor people. But in my head, I'm just thinking like, okay, making fun of somebody because they went a different path in life is funny to you. Like, it's just, at that first time we talked about it, it was like, you know, we was like saying some stuff. But this is annoying now. Like, why do you keep bringing her up? It's just so irritating. Like, it's just like, ugh. Anyway, so that day ended up going. It was cool. He ended up dropping, like, when we was on the way back to his house so I can get my car or whatever, he was asking me, do I want to spend the night? And I'm just like, nigga, no, what the fuck? I just met you Wednesday and it is Friday. But I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go home or whatever. Like, I'm cool. So he like, no, it's cool. I ain't gonna bite you or nothing like that. I don't even want to do nothing. I ain't one of them niggas who want to just, you know, lay up, and sex ain't nothing that's just on my mind like that. Like, says a guy that wants to have sex. So I'm just like, oh no, like, you know, that's what's up that you feel that way. I wasn't gonna have sex with you no way, but I just don't want to. Like, you know, I'm gonna go home. Like, I just feel like it's not appropriate for me to spend the night. And he like, we could both grown. I know how old I am. I hate that line. Like, I know how old I am for sure. Like, I got my birth year tattoo on my arm. Like, I most definitely know how old I am. But anyway, I ended up leaving, right? So he ended up hitting me up. He wanted to hang out Saturday. Did not hang out with him or whatever like that. Because I was just like, I'm already doing another date. Like, the person I like, he's getting the whole day. And then he's going to get a half a day on Sunday. So, you know, like, anyway, so let's get to the next person. Which I was going to make it a whole different story time because I don't even know how long I've been recording. But no, we're going to make this one story time because there's more stories to come about both of these people, y'all. So anyway, so it's Sunday. And now this is when me and Johnny finally started even talking again. Like, we was not talking the whole time. We was only talking, like, we didn't talk the whole time. Yeah, since we planned the date and gave me his number. So I'm thinking, like, maybe we wasn't even finna go. But I already had an outfit set out just in case. Yeah, like, you know, so whatever. So he ended up hitting me up the day of. It was like, good morning. Like, you know, like, it was like, good morning, like, I'm gonna see you later, all this other stuff, just confirming the date. So I'm like, ooh, I like that. Like, people who confirm, I like it. Because don't just expect me to be at Barton G at 4 and they be like, nigga, I ain't talked to you in 3 days. So anyway, we talking or whatever, right? So we get there or whatever. This another, y'all, LA, everybody want to be a rapper. So don't be like trying to put 2 and 2 together, because I promise you probably might not be able to, unless you kind of know. But anyway, so we get to the restaurant, right? Johnny is one of them flashy type of gangbangers who want to be low-key, but it's extra the hell out. It's just, you know, some people would just be like, I don't know. It's not really clicking to me like that, but I guess whatever. So anyway, we go to the restaurant, y'all. Like I said, I just want to make it clear because, yeah, we get to the restaurant. So this nigga's bust down everything. Bust down both wrists, bust down, probably got anklets on both feet, toe rings probably on, who knows, I don't know. Chains on, nice car. Just the most, right? We get in a restaurant and we ordering food or whatever like that. We talking whatever like that. So he like, you want to hear my music? So I'm like, yeah. So mind y'all, I'm thinking that he was going to play me his music later because, oh, I forgot to mention, when he hit me up that day, he told me like, yeah, he stayed downtown. Don't try to put 2 and 2 together because y'all, everybody stay downtown because people be getting profiles. But anyway, he was telling me he stayed downtown and he got like a nice ass rooftop pool. And he's like, yeah, we go swimming later if you want to. Mind y'all, this is somebody I already knew. So I was like, all right, cool. I really don't mind. So I had to bring a bathing suit with me in my car too. So, yeah, so when he asked me that I want to hear his music, I'm assuming that he's going to play his music for me later. This nigga starts playing his music in the restaurant. Loud. Like, it's not like he put the phone in my ear like this, like, listen to my mixtape. No, like, he played that shit loud, and it's like, fuck up, son, kill every nigga, ah! And I'm just like, Johnny. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's nice, Johnny. I like that, Just send it to my phone. Just send it to my phone. I'm gonna play it in my car. He like, nah, you gotta hear this, because listen to this line. I kill all them niggas. Like, you know, he just playing the music, and I'm just like, bro, if you don't turn this shit off, like, nigga, you is loud up in here. Like, this ain't that. Like, no, this ain't that place. So he playing the music, right? So then, next thing you know, like, we talking and stuff like that. Now that I'm drinking, I kind of, like, was easing a little bit. But it still was just kind of uncomfortable because why is you playing this music so loud? Next thing you know, he was like, hold on. Somebody call him. He gets on the phone. He like, hello? No, nigga, I'm not doing that. I'm just out to eat. Yeah, no. No! He's on the phone loud as hell, screaming. No, because I sent my little homies to run up in that shit. No, because you already know I be making plays. No, because y'all, no. Yeah, no, they gonna come. Nah, your neighbors ain't safe. And I'm just sitting here like, bro, why? Why are you having this conversation loud as hell in this restaurant about how you gonna take stuff from people without asking? Like, I was just so confused because I'm just like, what the fuck? fuck is wrong with you? Like, I don't know. Like, I really was so confused. So I'm over here kind of like embarrassed because people are looking back like, what the hell is he talking about? He like, yeah. Nah, bro. How much? No, tomorrow I'm finna drop 20K on a house. 20K. 20K. And I'm just like, bro, I get it. We get it. And I'm just sitting here like, dang, if a target was a person, you know, like, why are you doing the most like this? And I think low-key he was doing the most like that because, like, the table that was, like, some down, because if you ever been to Barton G, you know how I got the table. Everybody's close as hell together. We all sitting together like we had a fucking dinner party. But, like, it was, like, 4 tables down. It was these people, and you could tell, like, the boy was kind of, like, hood. Like, you could tell, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's why he was doing all that, but it's like, bro, this boy might... you, but he really didn't care because, like, when he got off the phone, I'm like, dang, you be loud. And he was like, I'm not tripping. And he gonna lift up his little thing, and he was like, yeah, I ain't tripping. Ain't nobody gonna try me. I'm just thinking like, why? But anyway, so we ordered so much fucking food. That's just, you know, Barton G is high because it comes with the experience, all that stuff. So he's posting pictures of his food. I'm posting pictures of my food. I'm posting pictures of the food I posted on my Instagram, right? Right. So anyway, next thing you know, the waitress come, she give us the bill or whatever. Well, she give him the bill. She give him the bill, whatever. It's time to pay. Bro, why this nigga was like, do you think this is too much for a tip? And pulled out $5. Mind y'all. It just because of the place we went to, the bill is like 2-something hundred. And you thinking about giving this lady, mind you, he was giving her the hardest time ever. He was making her do this. Like, she was a good ass waitress though. Like, she was good. She was on it. And you talking about giving her $5 out of a $200 and something bill, and you just said that you got 20K on the floor, and you got bust downs to your neck to your toes. Bro, if you don't give her something a little bit bigger, I understand people don't know how to tip, but because I don't know how to tip like that, but like, I feel like I wouldn't give somebody $5 for this much service. Like, she was good. Like, the lady was so good, I thought she was gonna massage my back at one point. So he like, is this too much? I'm like, not at all. Not at all. So he was like, man, fuck all that. I don't really care about doing all that tip and stuff. Like, I'm not finna pay somebody for doing what they supposed to do. Like, I'm not doing all that. You could tell that lady was so mad, because mind y'all, he's talking so loud. She's just like at the next table. You could tell she was so mad because she probably like, damn, I don't rub these niggas' toes. I'm just gonna, she didn't do all that. But she probably was just like, I went above and beyond for y'all. Because, yeah, like, she was giving us more attention than she was giving other tables. Probably because he was screaming he had 20K on the floor. I don't know. But she was doing a lot. And he probably like, this dude gave me $5. Yeah. So anyway, mind y'all, we ended up leaving or whatever. And now we was about to go head back to his house. So I'm in my car and he's in his car. And he was like, he had to pull up to his hood real quick to follow him there. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I follow him to his hood or whatever. And I don't know why. I was drunk and not thinking. Because why did I park my car over there if we was supposed to go night swimming? Which we ended up doing though. But I ended up parking my car in his hood or whatever. Yeah. So I ended up parking my car over there or whatever. And I hopped in the car with him. And he was just like, yeah, we about to go to this little hood thing. Like, not a hood party, but like a place where everybody was kicking it at or whatever, right? And y'all, this is so sad because we ended up pulling up to a gas station or whatever. And we pulled up to the gas station. He got out the car. He talking to everybody, whatever, like that. It's a smoker man, like outside smoker man. Y'all know if I say smoker, I mean a crackhead, not somebody who smoke weed. I mean a crackhead. So it was a smoker outside. And it was a girl. She ended up walking up, right? And she looked cracked the fuck out. Mind y'all, I'm not paying her no mind because I'm thinking like, oh, that's another crackhead. So when I start hearing them like, oh, what's up to her? Like, I heard the name and I'm like, I look, y'all, why the fucking crackhead was a girl that Enemy had cheated on me with? Mind y'all, he was a crackhead too, so I mean, it makes sense. But y'all, she smoked out. I was like, mind y'all, this girl used to be, I ain't gonna say she was an IG type model. I ain't gonna say all that. But she was very much known and popular. And I just always assumed she went to jail or just deleted her Instagram or something. I just thought she just disappeared. But when I seen her, I didn't want to cry. Let me stop lying. But I was just like, it's crazy how life turns for people because y'all both. Yeah. But I'm like, wow, that's so crazy. Interesting. It was just so sad. It was so sad to see her like that though. Like, not sad for me to like want to help her because no. But it was very like, wow, that's crazy how life just turns for people. Like, this girl was really smoked out. Like, she had on one sock, no shoe, a puff coat. hair like she was really a crackhead, and she only sat down next to the other crackhead. Like she walked past them and sat with the crackhead, and they was on crack. They was crackheads. When the crackhead that she said well, he was a grown crackhead, you know, like she was in her prime, but grown. Yeah. Anyway, y'all, but look, let me just apologize for y'all real quick, because I don't want to leave y'all with a cliffhanger. But let me just say, the night with Johnny went left. And I'm gonna just give y'all a little reason why. Only reason why I'm in the story time right here is because if I continue to go into that next story, that is long as hell, and I'll probably be talking for like 2 hours, and it's already midnight, and I want to get this story out to today. So it just wouldn't make sense for me to do that. It'll be too long. But y'all, let me just say this. Me and him posting, Bart and G posting the same exact food led to some fucking shit, because it's not like we just posted the same type of, it's like, you know, they have the how the food be coming out, like the popcorn thingies, like, you know how it come out real extra out. Y'all, it led to some when we went back to the house. It was some that went down. But yeah, I'm so sorry I'm leaving y'all with a cliffhanger. But I promise y'all, I'll give y'all this story next week. Just, I'm so sorry. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I do have more stories about Tay and Johnny. I have so many, but it was just like, I don't know. So now I'm probably going to title this as I went on, but yeah. But yeah, that's it for this story time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I don't know why I be getting so close like that. That's so very uncomfortable. I'm just kidding. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social medias listed down below. Instagram at Vivalayoshii, TikTok and Twitter at LifeWithSymone. Maybe this would just be like my dating experience or something like that. I don't know. But that part 2 is going to be good. And I promise y'all, I'll give it to y'all. Because I got something coming up for y'all anyway. And y'all going to like it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in.